As we await NC State, just a few reminders, and I'll stop after today. Please make sure your cell phones are silent, and wait for the two mic handlers to ask your question, and we ask you please state your name and your affiliation. And if you're on Zoom, please raise the hand function for questions. Thank you. Yeah. It's
I did. It makes me so nervous.
I know. I hate the spikes on the.
Oh, cool. They need a bathroom.
Yeah. The camera stuff. I got you.
You can bring it right in here at the side table. Thank you.
bottle, Jen, his bottle. That's why we're doing
They really care about stuff like that. Yeah. They got bigger things to worry about. No bottle.
Coach, can you please give us an opening statement?
I think both teams played well today, and obviously got that big run in the ninth, and thought with the way Duden been throwing, we were in good shape, especially on a day where ball wasn't carrying very well. With a tough day to hit here for power, which has been one of our trademarks, and but he got one out the left, and then you got that last one. So anyway, good ball game. It just means two things. One more game we got to win, and we got to win on Monday.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open questions now for the student athletes. First question right here.
Monty Taylor, College Baseball Central. Alec, you've been a pretty big leader since you transferred over. What's your message to the rest of the guys moving forward as you guys try to rebound?
Yeah, I mean, I trust all of our guys, and like Coach said, it just means one more game. So I wouldn't really change the mindset. We played a good game. They're a really good team, and it comes down to every pitch. Every pitch matters. That's all I'd say.
Question right here.
Brian Pirtle, Pack Pride. Sam, you're kind of a similar question to you. You're one of the few guys in the team that's been to Omaha before. How do you guys kind of as a leader yourself kind of lead this team to rebound after a result like this?
Yeah, I think a day off in practice tomorrow will help, kind of clear the minds and refocus. And we got to be ready for Monday. And Like Coach said, it's just another game we got to win.
Questions for the student athletes?
This is for both you. You won 5 or 6 games to get here, and that's pretty much what you'd have to do to win a national championship. Can you take solace from that and pull from what you've done in the postseason so far to potentially guide you the rest of the way?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we all know we are capable and we deserve to be here. And, it's 2 good teams going at it. And sometimes you're going to come out on top of those and sometimes you're not. So, that plays a little bit of a part.
Yeah, obviously it was a windy day. Like Coach said, we rely on the power a little bit here sometimes. But, it was a back-and-forth game. So, we're just going to hopefully come out on top next time.
Question.
Matt Tallerini from World Baseball Network. Sam, how do you just feel about, your chemistry with Cozart this year and how you felt just after you gave up that 2-run home run to Nolan? What was just the sequence of the chemistry between you and Cozart after 7 full?
Yeah, he's so good back there, and we talk after every inning. And I knew after the first few innings that I didn't have as great of command as I would like to have, and so I kind of told him let's not try and be so fine on the edges. And he worked with me, and I was able to start throwing more strikes, and that was kind of able to carry me through 7.
Okay, any more questions for the student athletes? One more, last question.
Glenn from Inside Pack Sports. Sam, when you had your last strikeout, you were really geeked up. I don't recall ever seeing any type of emotion like that from you. Do you feel like relative to where you were 3 years ago when you were here, you're kind of almost back at that level now?
Yeah, I knew I had it in me. I've known that I've had it throughout. It's just a matter of going out there and pitching. And it was just a big moment and a big spot and a big game. And yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that emotion out of me either, but.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you all.
We'll open questions for Coach now. Right there.
Elliot, just what was your message to the guys after that? And you guys have shown a lot of grit, a lot throughout this year, especially the second half of the year. What gives you confidence that the response will be what you want to see?
I just told them, I said, playing in front of, what does this place hold?
24-5.
So playing in front of 25,000 people, I didn't see any nerves. I didn't see any jitters. It was the first time you played in front of that many people on this kind of stage. And I didn't see anything, but in case there were, this should relax you because you played good again. We played very well. And we played under control, had good at-bats, and but everything has to be really, really good. You don't have any margin for error when you get to this final format. And I just said, hey, it means we got to win one more game. And we got to win on Monday and go home and shower off, go to dinner with your family, catch some of the late game, and we'll practice tomorrow and go at it again on Monday.
Questions?
Charlie Gribble, Pack Pride. Coach, you mentioned it a little bit, but can you go into a little bit more about the decision to not go with Derek Smith there in the ninth position? He's been in there for y'all all year.
So is Duden. That's where we've gone all year. Duden first and Derek Smith second.
Questions for Coach right here?
Hey, Coach. John Huang, NOLA Media. You mentioned on Thursday that one of your roles was just to kind of get out of the way at this stage of the season. But in a game in which you see momentum kind of shift so much back and forth, what was your mindset with the guys in the dugout between innings there?
Nothing, just what we've done the last 10, 12 weeks. Just play the game, focus on good at-bats, understand what guys are trying to do to you as you've had 2 or 3 at-bats and know what you're looking for in certain counts. And the same thing we talk about every day. It doesn't change.
Any more questions for Coach? One right here.
Yeah, Kevin Brockway from Gannett. Alex shot, obviously, injected some life. Was it kind of a weird game in terms of which balls were going out and which balls weren't? It seemed like it was carrying to certain areas, or what was your perspective on it?
It was. I remember being here in 13, and I think it might have been the third year of the new stadium, and everybody's talking about what a change it is. And like we practiced here 2 days ago, and the ball was flying out of here, right? But I don't remember ever seeing this much wind here, right in your face. Kind of reminded me of Las Cruces a little bit, just a windy day, and balls would, start at third base and wind up in the upper deck almost. And like Cozart hit a ball down the line that I swear early in the game I swear it was going to hit in the corner for a double, and it probably missed from me to you and maybe hitting the foul pole. It was just a weird thing. And then that home run in the ninth, was that same kind of ball. So the only ball that was different was the one that the two-hole hitter that he hit in the first inning after like a 12-pitch at bat, and we threw a lot of fastballs. That got through the wind. But other than that, you're right. It was really different how different balls were responding all day today, but that wind was a factor.
One more question for Coach. Back there.
Elliot, is Noah Souls okay?
Don't know. He's seeing the doctor right now, but he's going through a lot of things here. He missed most of last year with a hamstring. He felt something in the hamstring again, and he could have played, but we weren't going to push it, and obviously didn't want to take him out, but for his safety and just for precaution, we took him out. Yeah, so he's seeing the doctor right now.
Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
You're okay. You're good. Coach, welcome. Were you just going to sit up here? You guys, you're good with the water bottles. Everything up here. Oh, that's all right. How you doing, Reese? Good. Coach, congratulations on the victory today. If you could give us a quick opening statement about today's game.
Just when you guys thought it couldn't get better. To God be the glory. What a game. What a game. Both teams give NC State a lot of credit. That's an amazing team. Just two teams just duking it out and taking advantage of opportunities. And just so thankful for our players, our fans. Our fans were amazing. In that ninth inning, when Ryan hit that home run, I could barely hear myself even think. It was awesome. So just proud of our team, their fight, their competitiveness, and their desire to win.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open questions for the student athletes. We'll start right here. First one.
Hey guys, John Huang, NOLA Media. I'll start off with Trey and then Ryan and Mitchell. You can chime in too. But so much has been made about this being Kentucky's first ever program appearance. How were the nerves? How did you handle the distractions? And what are you going to be able to do moving forward with that?
I was pretty nervous last night before I went to bed, and then when I woke up, I was just not focused on anything but going out and executing today's game. And then obviously with our fans, they traveled this all the way here. It was awesome. They helped. They helped calm the nerves, made it feel like a home game, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I think it was a little nervy. I honestly felt like I was maybe a little bit more nervous for the first super regional game than this. But I try to just be like, I've played a lot of college baseball. There's a lot of college games. There just happened to be, a lot of people there today. So I just try to look at it like that, really.
Yeah, just the natural stuff. But once I saw Poos on the attack and, him just going at people and going at hitters, it really just brought the vibe of the whole team, calmed everybody down, and, we got to work.
Go right here. I'm going to go right here.
Mitchell, just walk me through what you saw on that pitch.
Yeah, I was just trying to back the ball up. I was just trying to see the slider up. And Kuzi said, he leaves it up sometimes. And I saw it up, and I just went for it. So.
Kind of for all you guys, too. Obviously, this is an amazing win. It's an amazing way to do it. But the historical significance that this is the first ever win at the College World Series from Kentucky, just how much more special is that?
I think it feels good to be the ground floor of what we're trying to produce, for this program. This game is a really good starting point and a big confidence builder going forward. We didn't come in here just to be happy that we were here. We come here to win games, and that's what we were trying to do today.
We'll go right here, and we'll go right there.
Jake McKeever, College Baseball Central. Trey, you opened the game with 4 straight balls and then really kind of dialed it in after that. What did you kind of do to reassess?
Just go one pitch at a time. I obviously start off with a walk. You don't want that, but you just got to shake your head, go on to the next pitch and smile. We're not worried about what happened in the past. Just focus on the present and do whatever we can to win.
1, 2, 3.
Matt Tallerini from World Baseball Network. Mitch and Ryan, what's it like to just see a guy like Nolan McCarthy, blossom through the offense in the bottom of the fourth, and sequence of certain other innings too? How do you just feel about you guys being the 1-2 punch in the late innings and just prevailing for the first win and the first game for you guys here in Omaha?
Well, I think it just happened to be us today. Our lineup, man, it's so deep. You get so much production, from everyone up and down the lineup. Wally probably would tell you he didn't have his best day. Just wait till he, gets hot. But, it just happened to be, just a string of guys today, and it could be somebody different tomorrow. Like, I or Chell could not have it the next day, but somebody else is going to pick up the slack, and I think that's what this lineup and ball club do really well. And, everyone has the utmost confidence in the guy behind him and the guy in front of him. And I think, that bodes well for us.
Question all the way back.
Yeah, just build off what Ron, just playing for each other, just picking each other up. 1 through 9, just a bunch of competitors. And Nolan, I think his toes were over the white line. So he just wants to get on. He's a winner. And, we follow his lead a lot of the time.
Guys, 3 games here in Omaha, 3 walk-offs. It's pretty special. Could you just describe how special this sport is, the energy, and here in Omaha, how special the moment is?
Yeah, Kentucky, BBN, just the energy they brought today. I think everybody in the stadium was doing Waldy's, walk-up song thing, and it was just really cool. The energy just around this place is special, and to give the fans, endings like that, it's pretty awesome.
Last question for the players right here.
Daniel Hager, Kentucky Sports Radio. You guys go down in the 9th. What was kind of the message once you guys got back in the dugout?
I wasn't in, you guys had a meeting. I was getting ready to.
Yeah, Emo just brought us together, and he was like, hey, this is what we play for. Let's have some fun. Let's do this. Don't try to do the whole message throughout the entire day from Coach Mange and from the rest of the coaching staff was don't try to do more. Just keep being us. And like Ron said, we got so much confidence in each other. And when he hit that home run, nobody was surprised.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you. Congratulations on your victory.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Okay, we'll open up questions for Coach. We'll start with Kendall right here.
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball. Nick, just looking at this team overall, I mean, I don't think anything surprises us with this team at this point, but as a coach who's been to Omaha before as an assistant, like when you see their preparation with this team, did it surprise you at all how dialed in they were from the start? Because we've seen teams before that have never been here that did not look that dialed in.
Thank you for the compliment, Kendall. That means a lot coming from you. You watch as much college baseball as anybody, so thank you. I was not surprised simply because this team has so many strengths. But one of their many qualities is their ability to focus on the task at hand and move on immediately. It is an absolute joy and pleasure to coach these guys because you know this, but Kendall, we started out 14-1 in the league. I mean, that is like next to impossible. It's next to impossible. And I remember telling them a story early in the year about I love to try to educate them on baseball history at times. And we were maybe not pitching as well as we'd like. And I told them the story about Earl Hershiser. And I asked the guys, does anyone know who that is? And they shake their head. And I said, well, what's he known for? And Ryan Hagenow, I believe it was Ryan, raised his hand and said he had consecutive scoreless inning streak. And I said, that's right. And we educated him on how much. And I think it was, at the time, I don't even know, is it 59 consecutive scoreless innings? And they asked him, how did you do that? How did you do that? And he says, I didn't worry about the results. I focused on the execution. So he wasn't, and when you have a team and you have a season like we've had, and the reason why we were able to go 14-1 in the league is because as soon as that win was over at midnight, it expired. As soon as they throw a pitch, it's over. As soon as you take a pitch in at bat, it's over, and you have to move on as fast as possible. And this goes the same for life, right? I mean, if you are struggling, I had a sports psychologist tell me one time, if you struggle with depression, it's because you live in the past. And there's times where you just keep reliving moments. And if you struggle with anxiety, maybe you're living in the future too much. And in an age where everything in social media and everything's in front of their face, and it's just, we have gotten them to a spot where they can just move on. So what? Like, so what? What now? Do something else. So this team, they have this unbelievable ability to just move on to the next thing, regardless, good or bad. And then when you're able to do that and you can move on quicker, you're able to do things like today. And as far as the nerves and everything else goes, this is a really long answer to like one question. I mean, what are we doing here? I'll try to land this airplane. We've been circling for a while. One of the things that this team does well is they support each other and they just move on. They just move on, and it's crucial to our success.
Question right there and back there, and then we'll come up here.
Nick, I saw you take a quick moment to yourself in the dugout after the team ran out to go celebrate. What was that moment like for you to just have a little bit more reflection on another emotional win?
Yeah, just so thankful. Just proud of our team. Our current players, our staff, former players, for our fans. I've just tried to do the best job I could with this season, just making sure that I show gratitude. And there's so many people that I love and trust and just keep telling me, hey, keep soaking it in, keep taking it all in, keep taking it all in. And I'm doing it. I've done it all year. I get to be around an amazing group of 18 to 24-year-olds and staff members, and I just want to keep taking it in.
Question back there.
Michael Epps with Fox 56 Sports back here, Nick. I know your heart must have dropped at least a little bit when Devo got thrown out. And then when you get that victory, it's like, all right, whatever. But what was the range of your heart in that moment, those couple minutes, because I know everyone in the ballpark was like, oh, my God, why did he send that guy to second base? And then for it to not matter, what was that moment like?
Well, let me tell you what we did. We put a hit and run on. Tough day to score, wind blowing in, and we're at our best when we attack. And we put a hit and run on. And that was my call, and we put it on just trying to create something and make something happen. Try to suck an infielder, create a hole, get a first and third. We got one out, and we can bunt, we can hit, sack fly. We got all these things. So, but I told Ammo this after the game. When we are aggressive and we attack, there's times when you're going to get out. And easy coaching is just sitting back and doing nothing. That's easy. Hard coaching is trying to create and put your players in a position to be successful. And Mitch loves hit and runs. You can ask him. He loves a hit and run. And he got there a great slider, and the catcher made a great play, and he was out by, maybe 2-3 feet, but it took a great play. That ball trickles off. It gets away. We're standing on third base. The threat of what we do, how do our runner get to third in the first? Does anyone remember? Pete's on second, the threat of the stolen base. Do we not throw the ball away? He gets to third base, and then we score. That's what we do. We create pressure and we attack. And I'll tell you somebody who's good with it is my boss, Mitch Barnhart. He is totally fine with us being aggressive and attacking. He loves it. So that's what we do. We're aggressive and we attack.
Get ready to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Coach, Johnny comes in there in the 9th and has that wild pitch. It kind of gets away, and they take the lead. But then he comes back out in the 10th and just 1, 2, 3, just some words on that guy and a way to bounce back.
Yeah, it was crucial. The guy, his slider and curveball are hard to hit. They're also hard to catch. But again, our ability to just move on. We kept it there. What if they get another run there? But we don't. We slam the door. We move it on. Quick inning. And our guys, our dugout was awesome. They were like, we're winning this game. Like, they were wanting to win. We've been in so many close games. This is the beauty of our league. When you go back and look and how many games, 1 and 2 runs, we've just been in it, and we're battle-tested. And I will say this win was very much how we win baseball games. We have to pitch and defend at a high level. Poozer was phenomenal. He was absolutely great. I thought Dan Roselle called a great game. I thought Cam O'Brien came in, made a good play on a bunt. He did his deals, the fireman. Guys, this is awesome. I made a plea last time I was up here for the people of Omaha if they were looking for a team. Well, we get an email from the local fire department and said, hey, I heard one of your players is called a fireman. We've made you a fireman helmet. And we brought it and had it in our dugout. It was from the local fire department. I was like, man, they listened. This is awesome. The people actually listened. And I thought he was great. Jackson Novi got us a couple, got us a big out against a good hitter. We went left on left there. And then Johnny was phenomenal. But think about our defensive plays today. Ryan Nicholson made 2 plays where we need every bit of this game is like, you guys know this, but the margin of victory is so small. What about the high chopper down first base that Nicholson jumps up and keeps fair? What about the pick that Nicholson jumps up and catches? We need every bit of his 6'4". What about that first and second, nobody out, and the double play that we turned? That's us at our best. Mitch Daly made an awesome play on a bunt coming in, if you guys remember that. Pete made a great play attacking a big hop ground ball. Devin made a great play on a pop-up. We had 2 guys run into each other trying to catch a pop-up. I told them, I'm fine. They're both calling. You can't hear. But we're not going to sit there and just let the ball drop and just look at each other. No, we're like, boom, we're running into each other. We want an out so bad. So that was us at our best. And I thought Pete's at bat in the first inning, I think it was a 14. Does anyone remember? 12 pitch at bat. He had 2 strike foul balls, 6 2-strike foul balls and 1 at bat. Was it sent a message? And look, we bunted, we stole some bases, we hit homers. And you guys have heard me say this over and over. We are a whatever it takes type of offense, and I thought today showed that. Bunts, homers, 2-strike hitting, walks, you name it. It was when the park plays like this now, you got to be able to do all that. So I was proud of them for that effort.
Nick, Aaron Gershon, Cat's Paws. 2-part question on Nicholson's home run. I don't know if it's fully accurate, but ESPN flashed a graphic that Ryan was batting under 200 on pitches on the lower outside quadrant just to hit that home run on that pitch in that spot. And also, first time you guys were trailing all tournament to get it back in one swing, first at bat. Can you just touch on that?
Yeah, what a response. What a response, right? I mean, when I tell you guys in the 9th, this team has true belief. They really thought we were going to win the game. And Do me a favor, don't tell Ryan that. About his stats. Yeah, that's awesome. But a couple of things, I've made this comment multiple times, but when our offense really got going is when back in March when we got Waldy in there full time, and then when Ryan started hitting the ball over the fence. I think he hit maybe one home run preseason, and then Georgia, when you look at the amount of home runs he hit in our league, I think he has the third most amount of home runs out of anybody in all of the SEC and SEC games. I mean, and not a lot of people are talking about him, but there's a lot of really good offensive players and a lot of good home run hitters, and he's certainly one of them.
Right here.
Jake McKeever, College Baseball Central. Coach, what does it say about Trey that NC State had so much traffic on the bases early and he was able to limit the damage against a lineup that's really kind of overcame a lot of teams?
Yeah, and I thought he did a great job in the third. I thought he minimized. They had a chance to score multiple runs, and he minimized in the third. And then in the fourth, he had a 17-pitch inning, gotten 3 outs. And then in the fifth, now here we go again, first and second, no outs. And we have a saying in our program, when you get a guy at first base or first and second, just smile and get a ground ball. And he did that, and we turned it for him. And then I thought maybe his best inning was the sixth. He went 1, 2, 3 and had a 10-pitch inning. And so the guy has done that all year. That's what the great pitchers do, is they're able to minimize. It's just really hard. I thought their starter did a great job. I want to, again, give NC State a lot of credit. He was awesome. He was awesome. And but the best pitchers, that's what they do. They minimize, and they make it hard for you to get them. And I would say both starters on both sides did a great job of that today.
Last 2 questions go right in the and then you.
Dick Gabriel, WLAP. Nick, since we've come to Omaha, we've heard a lot of talk about your style of play. And of course, you and I have talked about that all year. But you tie the game with a homer in the 9th. You win it with a homer in the 10th. In terms of style, just how proud are you of the way this team, you just touched on it, can win in so many ways?
Yeah, and you know this, but that's why I started just calling our offense a whatever it takes type of offense, because our guys are so talented. When you go up and down the lineup, I mean, Waldy absolute smash balls today. He didn't get any hits, but he had 3 for 5 quality at bats. Emilian Pitre was 5 for 5 quality at bats. Every at bat that guy had today was a good one. So when we get production up and down our lineup, that's us at our best, and we can do it in all different ways. And you know what? There's a lot of coaching that goes into that, but for the players to be able to execute all those different things, we have to be very intentional. And this was awesome. Scott Geisinger, he works for our athletic department. What a guy. I mean, he is just we have so many amazing people in our athletic department, and he got a chance to watch us practice yesterday, and he was like, this is awesome. He's like, this is awesome. He's like, I understand why now. I get it. This is the first time I've seen you practice. The attention to detail by the players, their focus, their execution. It's definitely not easy, but boy, can they execute at a high level. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows it's not all about bunting, like the whatever it takes type of offense. Like, please, because bunting is a small piece to it. But to your point, we can hit homers too.
Okay, last question.
Matt Satilli, KETV, Omaha. Coach, what is it going to mean to you tomorrow to share Father's Day with Reeves on this stage? And I also want to put that question to Reeves, too, to share this experience with your dad and get to be here in Omaha.
I was trying to get through a press conference without crying, okay? Yeah, him and Kristen, Kristen's my rock. You guys know that. She is my rock. Coaches' wives, they don't get enough credit. My wife is amazing. She is amazing. But we get to be his earthly parents. And this guy right here, man, he loves these players. He loves the players. He prays for them. He is in it with them. And he and I had a cool moment before the game. We were sitting, and I was like, Reeves, do you remember early in the year we weren't ranked? And then we'd win a couple games, and he immediately wants to know, Dad, you think we'll be ranked? And I'm like, no, I don't think so yet, Reeves. We got some work to do. And then a couple more wins later, you think we'll be ranked? I go, no. And then I remember, do you remember, what was the first ranking we thought we were going to get? What was it like? Were we 26?
You thought we were going to be like 27 through 30, and we ended up being 25.
And I was like, whoa, Reeves, they got us. And then we get a couple more wins. He's like, you think we're going to be ranked? And I was like, yes, Reeves. And then what were how did it go? Do you even remember?
I think it went 25, 23, 18, 16. And I think it went back to 21. Then maybe 16, 10. Then we went to 8, 6. Then I think like 16 or 18. Then the highest we got is round 2. So.
Is this guy locked in or what? I mean, this guy. So this is where you want to be with your son. This is where you want to be. If you're a baseball coach, you want to spend Father's Day there, and I'm proud of him for so many reasons. But to be able to get to spend it, not only with him but with Kristen, it would be awesome, and looking forward to it for sure.
How about you, Reeves?
I'm honestly kind of glad that we have the day off tomorrow. I just can't wait to just watch baseball with him and just hang around with him all day long. So.
Good stuff. Coach, again, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you guys for covering us.
Quick update. Just want to let everybody know the start of Game 4 is being delayed due to impending weather. The game start time and time for the gates will be open is to be determined. So, again, Game 4 is in a delay.
Great job, bud. Great.